what's up at their YouTube? Double D here with Tournage du Bois. Welcome back. A couple of weeks ago I did a video as I was prepping for a demo for my local Woodturners Club on doing a winged bowl. Today I have the one I rough turned at the demo for the outside part. So we're going to get that flipped around. We're going to sand this up first real quick. I won't show you that, but we'll put this on in the chuck so we can show you how we finish out the top part and get that done. So let's get rolling. All right, so before we got started, I went ahead and sanded up the outside, the back, the underside of the wing, and the sides. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the top. So like I showed in the last one, we established the basic shape of the bowl, and then we established the underside of the wing, cutting into the bowl to get that shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. We're going to start establishing the top of the wing, cutting in towards the bowl so that we can get the cut into where it looks like that bowl is passing right through, so that the ring of the lip of the bowl matches up with the lines where the base of the bowl is. So I'll have the camera on this side pointing this way so you can see the establishment of that wing, and then we'll get the rim bowl established, and then we'll get it hollowed out and sanded up. So but yeah, that's the basic process that we're going to follow with this. Get that the top of that rim, is the wing established, and then get the bowl hollowed out. Okay, so now that we have the top of that wing established, it's just going to be finishing out this top edge just a little bit. Got a little bit flat right here and a little bit here just because of the angle. So we're going to angle that in and up just a little bit, and then we'll establish the rim of the bowl and get to hollowing. All right, so we got those flat edges turned away. These little tiny bit of lines will go away with the sanding. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the tailstock up while I establish the rim of this bowl and start doing a little bit of hollowing just for that little extra safety, and then we'll take that away and finish out the bowl. Now I'm going to stop this every so often, just test the thickness with my fingers. It's a pretty good caliper. I like to leave the base just a little bit thicker, just for a little additional weight, but I can go down a little bit further from where I am here and be able to finish out that shape. Now the important part with a wing bowl is make sure you don't start reaching to do this before it stops spinning, because you will create yourself a bit of pain. All right, I have that sanded up to 240 grit, so I'm going to do the denatured alcohol now, and then I'll hit it with the 320 and the 400. That worked really well on the outside, just to give me an extra sanding beyond knocking it back. So going to do that on this part as well, and hopefully get just as smooth a finish as I did on the outside. Love this little inclusion right here. I think that's a great feature point. This myrtle wood is just absolutely beautiful. Got great graining. Smells good to work with also. So really happy with this so far. We'll let that dry, and then I'll finish sanding that up off camera so I don't bother you all with it. And then we will get the tenon turned off and our finish applied. So we'll see you in a few minutes. And for our finish today, we will be using the Tung honey from Brad's Workbench. There's a link to his Etsy store down in the description. And if you use the coupon code DD10, then you will get a 10% discount off your purchase. So definitely go check that out. Give it a try. You will not be disappointed. I like to use this white Scotch-Brite pad because it puts on the finish really well. It helps keep it from using too much. Spreads it around really well, and with that little bit of abrasion that it has, it really works it into that grain, so it really soaks in and keeps a good hold on things. So we will be putting this finish on, letting it sit for approximately 24 hours. So tomorrow we will come out, take a look at it, and see if we need to put on another coat and go from there. This little tiny bit of curling right here in the wood. You can see it, just that lighter color. That's just where some of the grain curved a little bit or moved in a little bit different direction. A lot of times that will cause some chatoyance in the wood, which is when you're looking at the wood and it moves and you move the angle, it'll flash. So sometimes it's the curling that'll do that. Sometimes it just has that in the wood naturally with the chatoyance. But the curling is really, really nice through this piece. It's not a ton of it, and I've not worked a lot with Myrtle, but I love seeing the different way that the wood moves with all different kinds of grain and trees. I did the entire outside edge of that bowl with just that one little bit that I put on, that first bit, and it just spreads it around really, really well. So I probably will use a little bit more here in a moment, but I'm going to continue to work this in as much as I can, because you don't necessarily want to oversaturate the wood. You oversaturate the wood and then you're just wiping it off for a little bit of for that waste. So it just helps keep some of that waste to a minimum. Of course, the converse side of that is if you don't use enough, then it just soaks in and you get to do it more. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, whatever you want to do. If you want to try and get it in one coat and let it soak and hope you have excess to wipe off, or if you don't mind doing a couple of coats and doing it that way. Got to really work it into that curve, or right where that seam is, where the wood appears to, where the bowl comes through that plane. Just really make sure you don't miss that spot. Then it can end up looking a little awkward. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the next day. Got the finish all completed on the bowl. So here is our finished Myrtle wood winged bowl. I like to keep the bowl rim and walls about the same thickness as the wing. Just adds that continuity. Beautiful finish with the Tung honey from Brad's workbench. Got it laser engraved, of course. Super happy with how this turned out. So definitely leave your feedback, thoughts down below. This is the one that I started out last time with the outside. I still need to go back and sand the inside, but other than that, this is all done. Just haven't had the chance to do that because I wanted to get this finished up for you all so you can see the second step in this process. So if you haven't seen the first part, I'll put a link to that video right up here. You can go back and watch that one, see how I did the outside, then this one show how I do the top and the inside of the bowl. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. And we'll catch you all next time.